and welcome to another episode of Sports This Week with me, Mahesh Kuti. The last few days have seen a lot of action in cricket, football, hockey, badminton and Formula One. But I believe there is no bigger sports news for an Indian fan than Mary Kom punching her way to yet another world title. In fact, it's her 6th world title. She scripted this wonderful victory when she defeated Ukraine's Hanna Okhota in a sensational 5-0 verdict. By winning the title, she became the first woman in the world to win the title 6 times. And that's an amazing feat for a mother of 3 children. Now imagine how much she and her family must have sacrificed to bring a smile on every Indian face. As a nation, we are proud of you, Mary Kom. You are an absolute legend. Moving away from boxing, but keeping the Indian success story on. India defeated Australia by 6 wickets in the 3rd and final T20 international at the Sydney Cricket Ground. For the first time in the series, Australia won the toss and elected to bat first. Finch and Short gave Australia a decent start, but like it has happened so often in the recent past, the introduction of the Indian spinners put the brakes on the scoring. Finally, Australia ended their innings at 164, thanks mainly to a cameo from Marcus Stoinis. Chasing 165, India got off to a very good start, but both the openers fell on 67. Tragedy struck once again as India lost both Rahul and Pant at the score of 108. There were a few anxious moments during the chase, but India never panics when Virat Kohli is in the middle. He has earned himself the title Master of Chases, and he once again showed the world that he is head and shoulders above his peers. In the company of Dinesh Karthik, he guided India to a fantastic victory. He hit the winning boundary in the last over and remained unbeaten on 61. Let's get Anil to encapsulate the T20 International Series for us. Over to you, Anil.
India's first challenge at the all-important Australian series came to an end at a 1-1 draw after the match at the Melbourne Cricket Ground got washed away. India, who lost the encounter at the Gabba, came down fiercely and won the match at the SCG. Shikhar Dhawan and Krunal Pandya were India's top player in the series, with Dhawan claiming the Man of the Series award for his 117 runs. Pandya, who was smashed badly in the first match, claimed 5 wickets in the series with a career best of 4:36 in the final match. However, India had some blank spots to fill up before the Test series, especially the performance of the middle order. KL Rahul's bad run is still continuing after scoring a century in the first T20 in the English tour. Rishabh Pant, who is now India's prime wicketkeeper after exclusion of MS Dhoni from the T20 side, also failed miserably. Pant scored quick 20 runs of the 16 balls in the first T20 before getting out playing a reverse scoop, failing India to get a win. Later in the 3rd and most important T20, he got out at a duck. In the bowling department, the newly included Khalil Ahmed, who is looked as India's prime bowler in the World Cup squad, failed to mark his presence.
Thank you, Anil. With the T20 series over, all eyes will be at the Adelaide Oval for the first of the 4 Test matches to be played on the 6th of December. Far away from Australia, in the beautiful Caribbean islands, the Women's T20 World Cup witnessed Australia being crowned world champions. However, the finals against England was an anti-climax of sorts, with Australia easily chasing down 105 runs set by England in just 15.1 overs with 8 wickets in hand. The impressive performance of Ashley Gardner with the bat and the ball took Australia to their 4th title. In the same series, India had a rather disappointing one. While India was defeated rather convincingly by England in the semi-final, a major controversy broke out over the surprise omission of India's senior-most player, Mithali Raj. On a return back to India, in a toughly worded letter to the BCCI, the senior cricketer came down heavily on the coach Ramesh Pawar and the committee of administrator member Diana Idolji. She complained that the duo had disrespected her and that had actually depressed her. She, however, clarified that she had no complaints against skipper Harmanpreet Kaur, who was a party to drop her in the semis. Hopefully, the matter is thoroughly investigated and the root cause comes to light. Anil has the latest on this news. Over to you, Anil.
The problem in the Indian cricket team is not coming to an end. After the controversy related to the Indian men's cricket team, problems have started arising in the women's team. The problem started when India's veteran player Mithali Raj, who scored 2 half-centuries at the World Cup, was dropped from the squad. India, who was looking as favourites to win the cup, was knocked out of the tournament after the defeat. Serious questions were raised regarding the omission of Mithali from the squad. The issue got even more fired up when Mithali, in an email to BCCI CEO Rahul Johari and General Manager for Cricketing Operations Sabha Karim, slammed Committee of Administrator member Diana Adalji and coach Ramesh Pawar, saying that two are biased against her and have tried to destroy her. She wrote, "I felt deflated, depressed and let down. I am forced to think if my services to my country are of any value to the people in power who are out to destroy me and break my confidence." Pawar, in his reply to allegation, submitted a 10-page report to BCCI related to the tour. In a 5-page assessment of Mithali, Pawar stated that the senior player threatened to leave the tournament midway after being dropped from the opening slot. Meanwhile, Mithali, responding to the submitted report, tweeted, "I am deeply saddened and hurt by the oppression cast on me. My commitment to the game and 20 years of playing for my country, the hard work, sweat in vain. Today, my patriotism doubted, my skills set questioned, and all the mudslinging. It's the darkest day of my life. May God give strength." With the recent controversies coming to no end, hope this won't affect the girls who saw Harmanpreet and Mithali as the role model after India's success at the World T20 and the previous World Cup.
One thing is for sure, we have not heard the last of the story. We'll stay with cricket for some more time, but we'll travel to Sri Lanka, where England beat the host to win the series 3-0. But the victory did not come as easy as England expected, because the lower order batsmen of Sri Lanka displayed resistance and gave the visitors a few anxious moments. But finally, England prevailed. Let's go over to Anil for the action-packed last day of the series. It's all yours, Anil.
The English cricket team has recorded its first over whitewash on a foreign soil since 1963 after defeating Sri Lanka 3-0 in its own backyard. The Joe Root-led English cricket team is now ranked second in the ICC Test match ranking after India. Debutant Ben Foakes was the visiting team's star performer, scoring 269 runs at an average of 69 along with 8 catches and 2 stumping to his cap. Another star performer for English men was Jack Leach, who got 18 wickets. It was the most spin-dominated 3-test match series of all time. In an exactly 100 wickets fell to spin, 11 to pace.
Indeed, nothing is more exciting than a hard-fought test match, isn't it? From the most popular sport in India to the most popular sport in the world, let's move from cricket to football. Cristiano Ronaldo became the first football player to reach 100 Champions League wins. Earlier this week, playing for Juventus, the Portuguese superstar reached the milestone when his team defeated Valencia 1-0. This victory took Juventus to the round of 16 for the 5th consecutive time. The decorated number 7 also moved a step closer to capturing his 6th continental crown. He has been a part of the winning team to lift the coveted trophy 4 times with Real Madrid and once with Manchester United. With 121 goals to his credit, Ronaldo is the highest goal scorer in the elite club event. Next, we move to Bhubaneswar for the World Cup hockey. India got the campaign off in great style, dismissing South Africa 5-0. Goals from Mandeep Singh, Akashdeep Singh, Simranjit Singh and Lalit Upadhyay ensured that India had little trouble in their inaugural match. India is in Group C along with South Africa, Belgium and Canada. The first and last time India won the World Cup was way back in 1975. Will India get a podium finish? That's a question on everybody's mind. Fans across the country will be glued to their TV sets and will say a quiet prayer every time the team takes the field. You can be well assured that there will be no shortage of crowd support in the beautiful Kalinga Stadium. And like they say, anything can happen in sport. Who knows? Come 16th December and we may hear the national anthem being played at the award ceremony. From one of the fastest outdoor sport to one of the fastest indoor sport, we move from hockey to badminton. The silver lining for India in the finals of the Syed Modi International Tournament was when Sameer Verma defeated China's Guangzhou Lu to retain the title. Former champion Saina Nehwal was far from her best as she capitulated to the young Chinese Han Hui in straight games. Overall, the Indians had a disappointing tournament as Satvik Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty lost in the men's doubles and Ashwini Panappa and Sikki Reddy lost in the women's doubles finals. And now for our last sporting news of the week. It was the last Formula One race of the year in the gorgeous Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. It was a perfect weekend for Lewis Hamilton as he took pole position after setting a lap record. He won the 73rd title of his career, beating Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel and Red Bull's Max Verstappen. The British champion became the first driver to score more than 400 points in a season with a final tally of 408 points. With this victory, he is now just 18 short of the legendary Michael Schumacher's all-time record of 91 wins. But things did not work as expected for two times world champion Fernando Alonso in his farewell race with McLaren as he came 11th and finished without a point. So with that, we come to the end of this edition of Sports This Week. Till the next time we meet, it's goodbye from all of us.